Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. Let's continue with this video. So in this video, we will be discussing about how we can use these secrets like our API keys for any kind of libraries, where we should keep those secret keys in Compose Multiplatform, right? So in Android specific projects, we can use the secrets Gradle plugin, this one, secrets Gradle. So that's a safe bet there. Okay. So, but that is Android specific. That does not have support for this KMP or CMP, right? So, how we can do that in CMP? Because ideally, we should not expose these secrets in the like Git, like version control system. That's not safe, right? Anyone can steal them. So, what is the best way of using those secrets? There should be something like secrets Gradle plugin, so that can read from environment variables as well or from the secret properties as well in the Gradle project. Fine. So for that we have an alternative in CMP, that is the build config from this developer. Thanks to him. So we have build config for the Kotlin multi-platform. The same thing. So basically build config for Kotlin multi-platform project. Today we will discuss about this, how we can use it. It's pretty easy to use. Okay. So first of all, we need to make sure we have added its dependencies. Okay. So if you see, we just need to apply the plugin. Okay. So I have added this plugin. Okay. You can pick up this, then its version, latest version you can pick up. Okay. I can apply this plugin here. Okay, cool. Then I can sync. But after sync, it will be failing. Yeah, you see, it immediately requires known flavor default configs. So after that, what we need to do, we need to add build config. Let's move this. So we need to add this block build config. You can check out it on its GitHub. Package name, apps package name. Okay. Okay. So and then default configs there. We will be adding our keys. So at the moment we can comment this. So now let's try to build it again. Sync it. Sorry. It will sync successfully. Cool. If you see, now it's resolved and it's synced successfully. So now let's say there are two ways where we can keep our secrets. One is like we can create secret dot properties file here. We can keep those secrets there. Another one can be we can directly read from the environment variables in our like system. After adding in our like environment variables for the shell ZSH env files on MacBook, that depends upon like your terminal type. Okay, and if I show you the terminal have a type. You see ZSH can be the terminals as well. So accordingly, we have some files for the environment variables. We can export variables there in the MacBook, especially. So there we can add our secrets, and similarly on GitHub, we can add in the repository secrets. Okay, then we can read them. Okay, but that way works fine for Android Studio projects. But in Xcode, we face one issue there. So I will show you that scenario. So let's say I just had now build config field. It have, first of all, we need to specify one type here, then name, then value. Okay. So currently this is just a simple code where I will be showing those keys. So currently I'm showing static keys. Okay. Let's even run it. So, but then we'll be making it dynamic using that build config. Okay. I will show you both ways how we can use from the properties or from the environment variables. it's currently static fields hard coded. Okay, so let's say we have some environment variable setup. Okay, for one field that is, okay, first of all let's specify one type here, that is string type. uh, it's not resolvable here, I guess. So that is one type from the build config dot compilers. So its package name we need to add com dot coding line build config, then compiler, then we have field spec, I guess, then type, then yeah, you can use this type. Okay, and then we can specify name, then its value. So this value we can getting from the environment variable system.get env api key. Okay, let's say sample api key, and this api key, now let's sync it, and while we will be building we can get this from the build config dot. Okay, build config class will be generated there. If you see, and config, if you see, it's generated empty handed. Okay, no worries, let's try to run it again, then we will see it will update its configuration. Yeah, it's updated now. We can use the api key. What the name we defined there, that we can use here. Okay, now if we try to run it, it should pick up that value. If you see, I have added this sample API key in the environment variable. It's picking up that value here. Okay, I added that by mistake with quotes, string quotes. Okay, so similarly, other value also we can add. But now the question is why this way does not work in most cases. So in Xcode, basically, that while the Gradle build system works in the Xcode, that does not work similarly here. That uses its own terminal. That does not use our system's terminal. These terminals, like the way Android Studio uses our terminal system, that does not use this. Okay, so that's why that is not able to detect these environment variables. So what is the solution then? How we can do that? How we can like work around that? Okay, so workaround is like, so we can do two ways. So either we can like create two configurations for local and remote, but even by not doing that, we can do one workaround. So let's say we can get our fields here. So what is the way? First of all, we can pick up from here. That should be our first priority, because on the circle CI or GitHub actions as well, it will be picking up from the environment variables. Okay, and if it does not available, it is not available there, then let's do one more thing. Let's read the properties here. Okay, so we can add in the local dot properties as well. We can add our in secret dot properties as well. We can create special file secret dot properties. Okay, so even let's add one secret dot properties here, just to make naming will be clear there. Okay, just simple file we need to create secret dot properties. So here we can add API key equal to, or let's say API key 3, that will not be available there in the environment variable, so it will be picking up from here. Okay, so let's say xyg123, this we have defined this key here, and now what we'll be doing is we will be loading the properties here. secret properties props equal to root project dot file. We can use that secret dot properties, and then we can apply check if it exists is going well suggestion. If it exists, then we can load properties dot load secret prop dot input stream. Yeah, and that's it. And then we can use this. Okay, so here if you see from the properties dot get property. Okay, that is the properties. Oops. So this is the secret. Let's rename it. This is the file. We need to create one more secret props properties class here, basically properties class object. Okay, yeah, this one. So now we will be loading them in this properties, and that we will be using here dot to get property. Okay, cool. So now if you see this way already working for Android Studio, and now this key we can set here. Let's say API key 3, it does not exist there in the system.get environment, but it will be picking up that from here. So we can set that here then. Okay, and its value will be API key 3. Okay, sounds good. So now this solution will be working for both. And if you are building from Xcode or you are building from Android Studio, it will be working for both, because on Xcode it will be checking out this one first of all, then it will not be able to find something here, then it will be going here. Okay, so now let's try to run it. Okay, now let's go to here. Let's give it 3 and here 3. So here it will be not showing us that key as of now, because it requires building. Now let's build it, or what it will be automatically available. You see, it's available now, and it have picked up that value. You see why it have picked up that value? You see XYZ 1 2 3, because it didn't found that inside the environment variables. Okay, even just for confirmation, let's change it 1 to 4. Yeah, XYZ 1 to 4. Okay, it's showing that. So that's the way how we can like use the secrets in Kotlin multi-platform, or you can say Compose multi-platform. Okay, that's the bestest way. Okay, so this way, this secret properties we can add in git ignore. It will not be checked out to the version control system, and so our secrets will be safer side. Okay, it will be either on local system, or it will be on like server side on the GitHub Actions or Circle CI. Okay, so that's all about this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed it, please like, share, and comment on it. And don't forget to subscribe. That will motivate me to create more videos like this. I will see you in another video with another cool content. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Have a great time. Keep coding.